All right, so this gives you the table. You're going to have to find the curve of best fit. Remember, the curve of best fit just means you're finding the equation, which one of the regression equations is the best, and then you're going to use that equation to estimate the volunteer hours for September. Notice it tells you let January be represented by month 1. Okay, so if they tell you that it's month 1, make sure that you do that. If they list them in order, like 1, 2, 3, that's what you're going to do. If they gave you a year like 1990, then you would let it start at 0. Okay? All right, so to make sure that your diagnostic is turned on, you can go to the mode, and then do you see here it says stat diagnostics off and on? If you reset your calculator, it goes to off. You just have to highlight the on and then press enter. Okay? All right, so make sure that you guys have that. And then you go to Stat, Edit. To clear these out, highlight the list, clear enter, and then you can do January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And then you're going to punch in the values. Now, just double check that you're putting them in accurately, because even just one small little mistake will affect your equation. Okay, now once you do that, you're going to find your regression equations. So you go to Stat, arrow over to Calc. We're going to go to LinReg. And what are we looking at for LinReg? Yeah, R squared. Okay? So your R squared value, they put down the R value here. We're using the R squared. So for linear, your R squared is 0.880. Okay? And then you do the same thing with quadreg. So you're looking for your R squared. Okay, we're just rounding to the nearest thousandth. Yep, that's what we got. Do the same thing for cubic. You got 0.964, and then we're going to do the same thing for quartic. Okay, and then for the quartic, you got 0.972. All right, so this is the best fit. I know the ones that we've done, they've all been quartic. Okay, that is not always the case. And then once you know that that is your equation, now you're going to take these, round it to the nearest thousandth, which is how many places after the decimal? The nearest thousandth is how many places? 3. Okay, and then you're gonna write out that function. Okay, when you write out that function, this should be your final answer. Y equals negative, so don't forget about the negatives. And you can have the 0, or you can just have 0.122 x to the 4th. It has to be x in here. This is the equation. And then 1.565 x cubed minus, so make sure you put the minus there. I don't like that those are on different lines. 6.325 x squared plus 20.321 x plus 33.125. Okay, now on your quiz, when you have to round, you can decide how you want to round this. So if you want to use this, find the exact value, you're just going to go back to Stat, arrow over to Calc, do quartreg, because that's what we're going to use. And then if you want to find the exact one, you can go to vars, arrow over to yvars, function, and then when you go to calculate, this should be in your y equals. Okay, look how long the decimal is there. So this is finding the exact value. So how does this help me? How do I estimate what it is in September? Once I plug it in y equals, how do I find it? What do you use? Your what? Oh, yeah, but where do I find the 9? Yeah, you go to your table, right? Okay, so September is the 9th month. And then look, you need to click on it, okay? So just to make sure you have the value, just depending on what it is. And then it's the volunteer hours. And then we're going to just round to the nearest hour. So if I'm rounding to the nearest hour, what would I get? What did you guys get? And you did exact or not? Oh yeah, that's okay. Okay, so if you do the exact one, you get 43 hours. And then if you do the rounded one, you get 44. That's right. Okay, and the rounded one is where you plug in x equals 9 to your equation. In this one, you find x equals 9 on your table. So I would count either one of those correct. Sometimes they're actually a little bit further apart, but whether you did the exact or the rounded, I would count it right. Okay.